Good evening, guys. So I'm going to be reading some things because, like I said, we're going to start doing some homeschooling vlogs. So I have to thing together. I've worked on it for about a week and a half through Canva, Carveya, or whatever you call that thing. Anyway, I've worked on this whole blog thing for a while. So I'm going to read off of it. The Complete Guide to Homeschooling, Everything You Need to Know. Okay? The Complete Guide to Homeschooling, Everything You Need to Know. Homeschooling has become an increasingly popular educational choice for families seeking more flexibility, personalization, and involvement in their children's learning. For some ways, it offers a way to tailor education to a child's pace and interest. I'm going to stop there for a second. Every child learns different. Every child in America learns different. And school systems, they're not equipped to teach children that learn different. It's a one child fits all basis, like every child, like one size fits all, and it really don't. Okay, on to it. For others, it provides a more comfortable and value aligned alternative to traditional school. As more families explore different learning pathways, homeschooling continues to grow as a practical and rewarding option. I mean, obviously it's practical because there's no more, oh, I gotta have a doctor's excuse because I had to take my kid to the doctor because it was sick. Oh, well, my kid can't go to school today because it's sick, and then here it's getting counted absent, it's falling behind on schoolwork, because you don't ever fall behind in homeschooling because you set your own curriculum at your own pace. So that's awesome there. And like, if y'all need to work on a Saturday at 2 o'clock in the day, guess what? You can work on Saturday at 2 o'clock in the day. It's not because you missed Monday and Tuesday because you were sick that you can't go back and redo it on Saturday. Whether you're just beginning to research it or you're already considering the shift, understanding the basics can help you make more informed decisions. This guide is going to help you through what homeschooling is and its benefits and its challenges and how to get started. Guys, I'm not going to try to read all of this to you guys. If you want to have the guide, shoot me a message, y'all. I will have no problem like sending the whole thing to you. I'm just going to summarize it to you so that you're not having to like listen to me talk all the time. Homeschooling is an educational approach in which parents or guardians can take responsibility for teaching their children at home. Okay, you do not have to have a teaching degree. You don't have to be a certified teacher. You have to have a high school diploma. You can build your own curriculum, or there is plenty of curriculum online that you can order. I know in West Virginia we have a thing called the Hope Scholarship that helps us buy the curriculum if we want to buy it. Myself, I use BJU. Okay, so like when I first started homeschooling, I homeschooled Brantley. It started him first. He was in kindergarten. I did not know nothing about the Hope Scholarship. I did not know nothing about a curriculum. What I done was free-handed by worksheets online. I researched what we should be learning in kindergarten, what we should be doing in kindergarten, and we went from there. And that's how we did that. But for first grade, and then of course this year we've got a curriculum. Jackson is going to have like a semi-set curriculum because he starts kindergarten this year, but Jackson's going to learn completely different from Brantley because Jackson is on a different learning level. So I just have to work with what works with him. So on to the benefits of homeschooling. Personalized learning, I can't preach that enough. Flexible schedules, cannot preach that enough. Stronger family bonds, like the more time you spend with your children and you're teaching them things, the stronger your bond's going to be, the more they're going to be able to trust you. Cannot preach that enough to you guys. Safe learning environment. Guess what? When you're homeschooling, you ain't got to worry about Billy Bob walking up in here because somebody said he looked weird today and he didn't want you to use the word he because he didn't think he was a he, and blowing your brains out. So safe learning environment right there. Custom curriculum. You customize your curriculum to fit your child's best needs. One-on-one attention. Guess what? That kid might need a little more attention than the other kids do. It don't have to feel singled out. You don't have to feel overwhelmed. You can give that child one-on-one attention that it needs. And I'm just proofreading over top of this. I will send you guys the guide. All you have to do is message me like, hey, I need that guide. Drop me your email. I will email it to you. Getting started with homeschooling. Every state has their own laws. You need to research your state laws. If you don't feel like doing it or you think you're going to do it the wrong things, send me an email. I will research your state laws for you and I will send them over to you. I have no problem. I've done it for one girl. I'll do it for you. You have to choose an approach. Decide whether you want a structured method or a more flexible method of teaching. Set up a learning space. It does not have to be fancy. I do it in my kitchen. at a kitchen table. It does not have to be a fancy place. I would love to have a building where I could set up more stuff and learning things and have seniors, but we don't have that right now. So establish a routine. Like, y'all need to have a set schedule of like when you're going to do this for schoolwork. Like, if you're going to do it today, tomorrow, then you need to write down we're going to do Monday, Tuesday schoolwork. If you're going to do it Wednesday, Thursday, you need to write down we're going to schoolwork Wednesday, Thursday. You need to keep your schedule planned, okay? It is very important that you stick to this so you know what you are doing. I teach 5 days a week. I teach Brantley 5 days a week. I'll be teaching Jackson Thursday and Fridays, and possibly sometimes through the week we'll throw something in there. But he's got ABA therapy Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. It's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday right now, but we're dropping a day when we start back to school in September. I know in McDowell County there's not very many of options, but y'all need to check into your local co-ops, library groups, online forums, parents that's homeschooling, things like that, to keep y'all occupied and like keep your kids socializing with other children, because apparently in public schools that's a big thing. But yeah, we haven't seen no socialization from public school kids. Again, I'm always here to answer questions, and I do not care to let my kids play with your kids. I do not care to help you work with your children. If you pull them out and you're teaching them and you're having struggle and issues and you're like, ugh, this child's not getting that, shoot me a message. Promise you, if that child can get it, it's going to catch it from a stranger before it catches it from you. You don't have to put your kid in public school to be exposed to strangers. When you can just pick you one out and make a friend with them. Yes, and adjust. Okay, so homeschooling is going to work better if that child is like, well, let's just take it into consideration. Okay, Jackson cannot sit for long periods of time. Jackson has autism. He is way worse than Brantley with autism. He can't sit still long enough to, like, he loses focus and ability. So should I sit there and scream, you're going to sit down and you're going to do your schoolwork? Or should I be like, okay, let's just get up and take a break, and then we're going to come back and finish what we're doing? You got to be flexible with these kids. Something that a public school system fails to do with children. And that's why we have children tearing down classrooms right now. Not because of lack of parenting, not because of lack of discipline, not because of lack of consequences, because of lack of common sense that every child learns different. And the fact that that child might be overworked, and you need to let that child take a step back and get it a break, instead of going, let's keep doing this. And then that kid gets mad and throws a chair across the table and hits the teacher and breaks 1,500 things, and the child's automatically at fault, and it's never your fault though, right? Real mature. But when you're ready to start your homeschooling journey, I can send you this unless you take it, but you need to take your next steps and by researching your state homeschooling requirements, so you know what to expect from the start. Then you need to connect with local homeschooling groups or online communities that will help you. I will tell you, there are some people out there that says unschooling is better. It is not. That is just called, I'm a lazy mom that don't want my child to learn nothing, I pulled it out of school. That's what that is. You don't unschool your child. Your child has to learn. Yeah, they can learn on hands. Learning cooking is a great way of teaching. You know why? Because there's measurements and reading and following instructions. That is a good way. But when you're literally not letting your children write, not letting your children learn how to read, not letting your children learn how to spell, not how to do math or anything like that, and you're saying, oh, I'm unschooling this year. No, you're too lazy to teach. Put that kid back in school, because you ain't gonna do it. You're not doing right. You ain't. We take field trips. Again, guys, I would like to get a bunch of people together like this fall, and like we can take some field trips. Like, we can find places to go. I know it's not in the state of West Virginia, but we got the Crab Orchard Museum that we can go to. I'm trying to think of some other places. There's a couple of places that we can go that's like educational. I mean, you take going to is it Pinnacle? Yeah, Pinnacle Rock. That's in the West Virginia history book right there. There's you a whole lesson, a whole day of lessons. I mean, yeah. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And if you want me to email you this, you got questions, message me, hit me up. I'll help you out.